Hello, welcome. We have to pick up this energy today for this video. We have to make this video. We really need to make this video today because we cannot go another day without getting content out there to our Smart Money Detectives crew, right? What are we, Dada? Or Agent 11? Smart Money Detective. We are the Smart Money Detectives, right? And you're Agent 11 and I'm a Senior Detective. We've lost, I don't know if you can see on the couch there, we've lost Agent 9 to tiredness, and Agent 11 is just yawning now. Senior Detective is just about falling over as well with tiredness. And then we've lost our Mini Detectives. So you haven't met our Mini Detectives yet, but you will meet our Mini Detectives. Anyway, welcome to the video. Case file today, Agent 11. What's the case file today? What did you have to go? What did you have to go away and research on?
Consumers and producers.
Consumers and producers, and how all that relates with the economy and financial stuff, right? So let's shoot. What is producers, Agent 11? What would you say producers are?
Producers are people.
Let's start the discussion.
Producers are people or businesses who provide goods and services for a cost.
Individuals or households?
Are you talking about consumers or
consumers?
Producers though.
No, I said consumers. Did I say producers? I'm sorry if I said producers. Right. So sorry, our
consumer.
Smart Money Detectives out there. Sorry. Consumers, please, let's go. What did we find out?
Consumers are people who take
consumer tiredness again, Agent 11.
Consumers are people or households who
individuals or households. People is correct as well, yeah.
Who buy services or goods for a price to satisfy their wants and needs.
Right, exactly. We got there at the end, right? So consumers are individuals or households that consume goods and services to meet their wants and needs, right? So when they consume these goods and services to meet their needs, right? What are they doing? What are they doing? They are driving demand within the economy, right? So all this stuff contributes to economic growth, right? So when they are consuming these products or services to meet their wants and needs, they are driving demand, right? And when they drive demand, they create what? They create revenue, right? And when they create revenue to that producers use now to produce these goods and services, right? So all this just creates economic growth, right? And when we talk about consumers, right? When we talk about consumers, what do we talk about? We talk about Agent 11. Are you present?
No.
Right. When we talk about consumers, what do we talk about? Consumer spending. Consumer spending.
The spending patterns.
Right.
Could I tell you a bit?
Yeah, please tell me a little bit of consumer spending.
Consumer spending can change the economy and how the economy rules. So basically, some of the producers,
drive economic growth, right?
Yeah. Producers will try to give out things that consumers really like.
Yeah. Okay.
And so if they're all buying like games and stuff, the producers would love to give them games since that's their spending patterns.
Oh, right. Nice. Very nice. Give me a high five. Right. So, spending patterns is important that producers understand consumer spending patterns so that they can allocate resources to meet that demand and
to make it more efficient.
Yeah. Cool. So the next one, if you talk about consumers, you have to talk about consumer spending or saving and investments, right?
Yeah.
We've already talked about spending patterns. Sorry, should be looking at so you have to talk about saving and investments, right? So consumers, right, they save, right? When they save, they create. What they create. When they save, they create wealth, right? When they save, they create wealth. But when they invest, now they create revenue again for the businesses to be able to
make
some economic growth, stimulate economic growth, because they save in businesses, and those businesses can use that again as revenue to grow, to produce goods and services that consumers demand again. That just does the cycle again, right? So it creates economic growth. Another thing, if you have to talk about consumers, you have to talk about credit and debt. Credit and debt. So what do you say credit is then?
Credit. It's a hard concept to explain. I just think of credit is
Well, but credit means if you go to the bank. Okay.
It's basically, you know how that you owe people money. Credit is where you've worked hard for your money and you don't owe that person the money. It's just like your credit.
When you're in credit, you have money to spend.
Numbers,
when you are in credit, you have money to spend, right? When a consumer is in credit, they have money to spend. That credit, they could have got it from a loan, or they could have got the credit from the source, right? But they have money to spend. So that credit is spending. So they can, when they spend, they can easily influence the economy in that sense, because again that cycle goes again. They spend, and what they spend on goods and services, right? That drives that cycle again. That producers will produce again, and they buy and stuff like that. But then when you're in debt, you owe money.
You have negative.
So you owe money. Now money you have to pay back and stuff like that, right? So again, that influences that economic growth or not, right? So good job on consumers, right? Good job on consumers. Again, this could be interactive as well, right? With our smart money detective crew out there, right? If you have other ideas around consumer and the concept, engage with the video, right? You can comment. This is meant to be us learning together, educating each other, right? To become financially literate. Right? And the end game is to become financially free, right? And then you can push on from there and get into creating wealth legacy for your family as individuals, right? That's why we're doing this, right? We need to keep reminding ourselves about that, right? Because we keep falling like flies through tiredness. But again, it's us doing this very late, isn't it, right? So let's get on to producers. Come on, you have a little bit of notes here, right? If you get stuck, refer to your notes. But let's talk about producers. Off the top of your head, who are producers?
Producers are people, businesses or firms that drive the economy due to their goods and services. They are one of the key foundations in economy, due to them making the profits for the economic growth.
Right, good. So that is good. So producers, if consumers are the ones that consume goods and services because of their wants and needs,
producers are the ones that makes.
Producers are the ones that make those goods and services, right? Or those products and services to meet what the consumers want, right? And when the producers produce these services, right? What they use, right? So producers have to produce these goods and services. What do they use to produce these goods and services?
Shipping.
No, we talked about the resources that they require to produce goods and services, right? Which is
they need revenue.
labor, capital, and technology. Right? So producers use labor, capital, and technology to produce these goods and services. I've told you have notes, so you could easily look at your notes, right?
But I'm trying not to do the notes.
Oh, you're trying not to do it. Well, that's good. So because we have to keep this fresh as well, like so that we are teaching ourselves and we are remembering this stuff. But you can always go over this stuff because the videos are always going to be there as well, right? But yeah, and our other agents have to keep up with this stuff. So when we talk about, have we missed anything? Check your notes. Have we missed anything about the producers?
No, yeah.
Right?
Revenue, profit.
Right. You forgot that. So wait. We forgot that. So when they use this revenue that they create from selling goods and services, when they use that revenue, when they get that revenue from selling the goods and services to consumers, and then that revenue, what they use, the resources they use to produce these goods and services, which is labor, capital, and technology, right? If the revenue they get back from selling that stuff is less than the cost they used to produce these goods and services, what's that called?
Profit.
It's called profit, right? And what does the profit do when the producer gets some profits? What does it feel like?
Very good.
Very good. And what does it do? It incentivizes him to produce more goods and services, right? And it drives entrepreneurship and innovation. We nearly forgot that, didn't we? Yeah, that was good job. Good job.
And also revenue and investment and expansion perfectly aligns each other. I don't know if I'm sounding
revenue
and profit.
That one. Oh, right. Now we've talked about producers. Now we have to talk about. If you talk about producers, you have to talk about certain things, right? Wait. We have just said what producers are, right? So when you talk about producers, then you have to talk about certain things, right? So we have just talked about revenue and profit, right? So did you want to add something on that?
Yeah. The next one that we're going to do, investment and expansion. Yeah, that fits perfectly with profit and revenue. Since most people, most companies, firms, or people who make or sell goods or services for anything.
Right. So investment.
They probably invest and expand what they do to maximum money income.
So we talked about revenue and profits. Revenue and profits now fits in that investment and expansion, right? So revenue and profit. So when the businesses or the firms get that profit, what do? Sometimes they reinvest. When they reinvest in the business,
they
produce the goods and services,
money.
They maximize. And then what does that do? Expands the business, doesn't it? Yeah, expands the business. And then another one, the last one will be what? Oh, it's not. This is the last one. Competition and efficiency, right? So producers compete with one another to produce these goods and services, right?
It's like Xbox and PlayStation.
What does that do though? With the competition, what does that do?
If there's always someone getting more sales than you, you'll never have your maximum sales income.
So you have
to keep on pushing to get all the customers onto your shop.
That's where efficiency comes in, right? So you have to use the resources that you use to produce these goods and services. You have to use it wisely. So you have to use it effectively, right? So that you are lowering your cost, or your costs are competitive enough, right? So that people come and buy from you instead of buying from your competitor, right? It's there. So that's competition and efficiency. Right? You have to be efficiency. A firm or a business have to be efficient with the resources that they use in producing the goods and services, so that they can be very competitive in the market, right? So that they can get people to come and buy, like you say, PlayStation and what?
PlayStation and Xbox.
Right. So yeah, they compete with each other, and that is different because that is two different products. But again, yeah, competition there. They have to use their resources effectively so that they're efficient in what they produce, and produce it also in price and stuff, so that reasonable pricing, so that
yeah. But
so
the PS5 does not go for reasonable pricing.
Reasonably priced. So maybe I don't know what sort of a example we're giving there, but again, that's all. I mean, the smart money detective crew out there, they can also chime into these discussions and all that stuff, right? So hopefully this has been, we're going through the trend of like what the smart money detective is all about. We are discussing case files, right? We're picking up a case file. A case file is within family financial education, right? Family's financial education. That's what the channel is all about. And we are educating ourselves about financial matters to become financially literate. Becoming financially literate down the line, using that financial literacy to create financial instruments that will lead to financial not to create financial instruments, but to use the financial instruments wisely, which should drive us towards financial security. And once we got financial security, then we'll lead on to creating wealth legacy for generations down the line, right? So generational wealth, right? So that is the driver, right? That's the driver. So you want to tell our smart money detectives what they can do? They can follow the journey, follow the journey as a family, as an individual, as a young entrepreneur, right? So that we learn together and we get this financial literate together, and aim for financial security, because again we come back to the benefits of being financially literate, right? They're numerous, right? And we should make some other videos about that. So are we happy with this case file is closed?
Yes.
Right? Consumer, producer, close case file. Case file closed. I'll give you the honors.
Case file
in true sleepy eyes, right? True sleepy eyes, case file closed. Please carry the discussions out there. Smart money detective crew. I as well, very tired. So what do you say? Hand to head.
Ciao.
Till the next case file. No, but we have to say what the next case file will be.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the last video never really said what case file this will be.
No, you did.
Or maybe the last video before that. Because remember we did services and goods and services in the last video as well, right? In one of the case files. The next case file will be how we earn money.
Jobs.
How we earn money. Well, you've already given a clue today, right? So next case file is how we earn money, right? How we earn a living, right? How we earn a living. And hopefully we'll do more around how we earn money. But I think that would be a topic in itself, to kind of get the basics of the foundations of financial literacy, the foundations of personal finance, going, right? So, how we earn money, okay? So, hand to head, salute until the next case file, bye.